cause you can't stop when he's on.
Times when he's singing will leave you in a daze.
But you gotta pay close attention cause you can't put a word inside.
We got crazy mad societies, we're all a bunch of freaks.
He's got crazy mad solutions when he talks before he thinks.
When I need a couple bucks,
Like money ain't a thing, man. I got a side job clubbing rats over in England.
off the top, cause he's ready to blow. Sex, drugs, Kris DeVold. Off the top, cause he's ready to blow. Sex, drugs, Kris DeVold.
Don't take offense, cause my man is frankly honest. He's the only one that ever beat me in a sweating contest. Cause if you can't take the heat, you're getting kicked out the kitchen. You get the dry white toast, he's got the 2-whole chicken.
Got away with the ladies, they're always taking him home to mother.
Then she answers the door, she's like, I see you met your father.
It's obvious his mouth is gonna get him in trouble.
Yo, Bill, call the bar, get the bail on the double.
Off the top, cause he's ready to blow. Sex, drugs, Kris DeVold. Off the top, cause he's ready to blow. Sex, drugs, Kris DeVold. Off the top, cause he's ready to blow. Sex, drugs, Kris DeVold. Off the top, cause he's ready to blow. Sex, drugs, Kris DeVold.
Well, my little nasty, CentralValleyTalk.com, 8 p.m. It must be another episode of Sex, Drugs, Kris DeVold. Hey, don't be a little freaked out. Shit's already going on behind me. That's how it goes. It's hot in the CentralValleyTalk.com studios. It isn't bad hot, but we got it under 3 digits. It's under 3 digits. It's like 99.98 as we drove into the CentralValleyTalk.com studios today. I'm very happy about that. Episode 260. I've been trying to think of shit that rhymes with 60 because I like to do a cool little rhyme. Episode 259, feeling so fine. Episode 260. That's what I got all week. Every time I said it out loud to myself, it was that same dead fucking silence. So here we are, episode 260. If you're watching on CentralValleyTalk.com, I want to thank you. You did the extra work. You put in the URL. Yes, that's Nerd Talk for the website. Why am I insulting you if you're watching? And then if you're watching on the YouTube now, see, that's how I'm showing my age. I called it the YouTube. I called it the Facebook earlier today, and some coworkers wanted to have my ass the Facebook. I'm like, oh, I'm getting old. So on YouTube, or if you're just straight up watching it on Facebook Live, oh, you're nasty, aren't you, huh? Oh, you're watching on Facebook Live, huh? Does your mother know you watch on the Facebook Live? Hide the show, put it under your pillow. Don't let mama hide, see the fucking show, because I'll tell you why. Tonight the Hyperslugz perform live in fucking studio, setting up behind me as we fucking speak. It's happening. Now, we got some oh wait, I might as well mention it. As we know, for the past year, my buddy Gucci's been living in Vegas, and last night he had quite the fucking Thursday. I follow him on Snapchat, and I didn't say the Snapchat. I follow him on Snapchat, and he's gonna tell us all about it in my favorite segment coming up. What happens in Vegas does not stay in Vegas with my man in Sin City, Gucci. It's gonna be fucking. We'll just let him handle it now. In case you've been not keeping track for the last little while, tomorrow night is a big show, Full Circle Brewing Company, all courtesy of Diehards and Sons. But wait, Pete the Diehard, he got out of doing music shows. That's right, Chris, he did for about 2 years. But he's back. This is the third one he's done in 2018. And man, I think this one's the banger right here. He's brought this band, I think I've been hosting shows for Pete for several years. He's brought this band 2 other times in the past, like maybe 7-8 years. They're very special. They're Revolver out of Sacramento. The premier Rage Against the Machine tribute band. And let me fucking tell you, spot on. Spot the fuck on. All right, I mean, we've all heard Rage Against the Machine. You've heard them a million times, all right? You even know the like if you listen to enough the little nuances and shit the way you normally do. This band nails it all. It's amazing. So if you haven't already got your tickets, we got local support, Freak Loader, Beyond Infinite, Soul Catcher. They're all gonna be in the fucking mix. I'm gonna be your fucking MC. It's gonna be amazing. And then you know what? There's gonna be a ramen place. A ramen food truck's gonna be outside. I know that's going on. And Full Circle Brewing Company's also gonna be debuting a new brew, I believe. It's like a Terminator theme, Judgment Day or something, and it has like a fucking Terminator. What is it? Fudgment Day. Fudgment Day. That's what it. See, this is why you have the Hyperslugz here. They know exactly, especially if it has to do with beer. I have a feeling the knowledge soars when it comes to the beer. So you're gonna want to come out. I don't know how many more of these he's gonna be doing. I know for sure he's got his November Comic-Con that's gonna be all ages with some bands, and apparently I'm gonna be there, and I can't say the fuck word when I'm hosting that, so that should be a good time, right? It's gonna be like me every year when I try to do the Christmas episode. Every year, every Christmas, I try not to cuss in an episode. I was on the radio 2 years, didn't say one fuck word. One fuck word. I can't even make it through a whole episode. What was last Christmas was like 3 minutes? And the 1 year before that was like a minute and something. I don't try to, it just comes out, and then you can't cuss all the time, and the fuck words just start flowing. So, oh, see, you already got the brew con. This is why Michael's the best. Let me tell you guys. All right, it's not your typical Comic-Con. That's actually in November. They're already advertising it now. Apparently, this is going to be a huge event, 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. I'm going to be your host for that. There's going to be bands in the house, and this event's all ages. So if you're a parent watching now, like, we're definitely not taking the kids to see this asshole. No, I swear. It's a Pete the Die Hard event. If you know anything about Pete the Die Hard, anybody that's done any business with him or had any shows that he's promoted, they are fucking amazing. Every damn time I do a Pete the Die Hard show. So get up on that. And it's going to be a little different. He's really into the cosplayers that he brings and the people he brings. Some of them are nationally known, so they're no slouches. They ain't like, some dickhead in a Iron Man suit. I mean, these are some real people. So you might want to check into that as well. So we got all this shit going. And all I can think about is after the show, we're going to my mom's to pick up her fucking dog for a sleepover. Is that like the most non-adult fucking... It's a year-old Boston Terrier named Katie. Oh, Michael, I'm sending you fucking pictures during commercial. We're gonna see this fucking dog. And she's a fucking wild fucking dog. She's insane. And I've grown up with English Bulldogs. I've grown up with fucking Boston Terriers. This one is the most nuttiest one I've ever known. So I was like, hey, why don't we bring her for a sleepover? Like a fucking person, right? Bring her over, play some fucking games. It should be a good fucking time. I'm like, we'll get some beer. We'll hang out with my mom's dog. Is that where I'm at in fucking life right now? I got a big show to host tomorrow. You realize I'm going to be drinking and it's going to be, fuck you, I won't do what you tell me. That shit's going to be going on. So, might as well take it easy. Have a sleepover with my mom's dog, It's normal. Does that not sound normal? As I say it out loud, I realize it's like, yeah, why are you even talking about it? This is not why...
You need to own 15 cats.
Oh, I'll take a cat, dog. Every time we go to Winco, there's a chick walking around with a bearded lizard. Every time we go. Our bearded dragon, the albino one. And every time she's like, oh my God, they have the fucking bearded dragon. I'm like, how is it every time we're at Winco? It's like she's like the mascot of fucking Winco. If you've ever been out to the Winco on West Shaw, let me know if you ever see the chick with the fucking albino bearded dragon. We went there 2 times, spaced out by weeks, and both times she was there. It's like seeing Mickey Mouse at Disneyland. I'm not going to be surprised if I see her the 3rd time. I'm going to be like, well, she's supposed to be here. It's a bearded dragon chick, over by the nectarines. Fuck it. Like, she's fucking normal there. And then, and everybody always wants to pet it. It's like the fucking, anyways. Would you ever go out with like a fucking animal and pug? There used to be a dude that always came into the bank with a fucking snake on. What the fuck is that? And then, this is totally random. A guy came into the bank one time. You're here, I'll talk to you. A guy came into the bank one time and he had this fucking dead arm. He had a dead arm and he'd come in and he was the coolest guy. And he slung his dead arm up onto the fucking thing one time, and some fucking roaches came out of his fucking sleeve. And I'm like a couple windows over, and all the chicks are going ape shit up in this joint. And I'm like, what's that? And I'm afraid of bugs. I'll go and throw that out to you right now. I like roly-polies. I like ladybugs. Daddy longlegs are okay. But yeah, the rest of them probably I don't want to fuck with.
That's the type of person that would need an animal like that so he could eat the bugs off him.
That's what it is, man. And this is with the dead arm. I wonder if they were all just living up there and he just didn't care anymore because he didn't need it. Like he let them. I wonder if they could control it, like Weekend at Bernie style for him, like all the roaches moving and flexing at once. But otherwise, like that's all he could muster up that day was that fucking thing and just slung it up on the fucking thing. We've gone way off topic, you guys. Okay, Gucci's waiting. Gucci's in Vegas. He can't be holding up his Friday night for us. Let's go ahead and go to quick commercial break. Don't forget Revolver Show going Full Circle Brewery tomorrow night. Don't forget we got the Hyperslugz Live, episode 260. We're going to figure out something around. Your personal mission by the end of this fucking episode is something that's going to go good with 260, all right? You said too close. This is your chore now. Episode 260.
With a case of Mickey's.
Oh, I do. We could. That's with a case of Mickey's. All right, grab the green grenades. Let's do this. CentralValleyTalk.com, Sex, Drugs, Kris DeVold. Slide the fucking knob. Oh, well, my little nasty. Sex, Drugs, Kris DeVold. CentralValleyTalk.com is what the fuck you're watching. Hopefully you got the weed bowl. Hopefully you got a cereal bowl. Hopefully you got a beer. Maybe you got chocolate milk. If I had chocolate milk, I'd be blowing bubbles in mine.
Who the fuck is Bubba?
One day we will find out, but no time for that because now, oh, my good buddy, my good friend Gucci, he moved away a year ago. It was a very sad event, but he told me, Kris, I'm going to Vegas. And I'm like, well, you got to live your fucking dreams, man. And I was like, this guy's going to be back in a month. And a year later, Gucci is still in Las Vegas, and we call him every other week to do a little segment, What Happens in Vegas Does Not Stay in Vegas, with my man in Sin City, Gucci! Now let's see what the fuck this guy's up to tonight. First, the chore is always to get him picking up, all right? A Saturday night in Fresno is not like a Saturday night in Vegas. All right, there he is, ladies and gentlemen, Gucci! Gucci, what's really going on a Saturday night in Vegas, my friend?
Sitting in the parking lot waiting to pick up a Zach. So.
Oh, you're sitting in the parking lot waiting to pick up a Sizak. All right, well, that's normal. That's actually what you could be doing here in Fresno on a Saturday night. That damn it, Gucci. I just talked all this shit about it. I guarantee what you're doing right now is something you can't be doing here in town, and I could be sitting in a parking lot. What are you doing later, Gucci?
What am I doing?
Wait. Can we? No, fuck you. Hold on. Let's go back to some Snapchats that I saw.
I got something.
Yeah, what'd you do last night, man?
Well, right now you said I'd be looking at something that you wouldn't be seeing in Fresno. I'm looking at a guy right now dancing in the middle of the street, just fucking dancing, and it's raining.
Oh, no, I think you might be able to see that in Fresno.
That's something you don't see every day. This nigga's getting it, too.
Listen to me. We don't act like you didn't hear me. There was some snaps that you did last night. You went out partying. You had a friend in town. Wait, was it friends from Fresno, Merced, Chowchilla? What's up?
No, one of my boys moved out here, so he was like, let's go out. Like, I haven't been out with you yet. And I was like,
all right.
Man, I got work at 8:30, so fuck it, let's go, you know?
Doesn't matter if you have work at 8:30 because I think the last snap you were doing was like, what, 4 or 5 something in the morning? 4 something in the morning?
Yeah, it was like 4:30 local, and somebody tell me we're having a great time, and
I don't know how old everyone is in the room, but I can tell you right now, if I went to bed at fucking 5 in the morning and had to be at work at 8:30, they wouldn't be seeing my ass. I would have already lost my fucking job, man.
I was fucking right. Local, let me tell you, local, it's getting harder and harder, homie, but with the beautiful women out there, and the short dresses make it all worth it, you know?
They make it all worth it. So what happened to Gucci last night? Was last night the night you had your hair all done up?
Local, I had the tan bun going on yesterday, and I'm walking, and it started to get hotter, so I take it out. I take my hair out. So just like my hair is just all over the place.
So you take the bun out of your fucking hair, and then what happens?
I take it out, local, and someone comes up to me, and she's like, I like your hair. All right, cool, whatever. We start dancing and whatnot, fire a drink. And then I'm like, I'm fucked up right now. I'm drunk. So I tell her, like, look, I gotta go. I'm drunk. I'm different. I'm leaving. And
okay.
She was just like, are you gonna leave? I was like, yeah, it's fucking 3:30 in the morning. What the fuck you mean am I gonna leave? I was like, yeah. I go, nice meeting you. Like, gone. And then she was like, well, can I come home with you?
Is she a local? Is she a local? Because everybody goes to Vegas to fuck. Is she local, Gucci? Do you even know?
And she, I don't think so. I don't think we got that far local.
Oh, okay. Well, he doesn't even know. I guess it doesn't fucking matter, huh?
We got to the house local.
It was a Thursday night. What are you doing on a Thursday night, man? Are you kidding me? Go ahead. So you get back to your pad.
Yeah, look, so I get back to the pad, and I'm fucking drunk, dude. I'm hella drunk. And the bathroom, so that I fucking sit down some boxes. I'm ready to go. We ain't got time to waste here. We're on a time crunch here. And he comes out, and he's like, we're not going to have sex. I can turn off the light. Come on, like, be adults here. Like, you didn't fucking come all the way over here to fucking rub my back. But if you did, by all means, go ahead. I'm about to knock the fuck out there, so it don't matter. And then she was just like, lights off. She's on top. And from there, look, I'm just beating up gut.
He's a romantic guy. I want to prepare you guys for that. Some of the people in the audience are hearing you for the first time, Gucci. I want to let you know he's got a big heart, this guy. All right. Right? He's got a way with words. So, you're beating up them guts, right? So, and, you know, it's a good thing on a Thursday night / Friday morning, you know? You're a young guy, guts getting beat, you know? So then what happens? She leaves immediately after? Does she hang out? Did you even get the back rub? Should I not be worried about that at this point? No?
She's a real one, local. Right when we finished, right there, and she was like, okay, my Uber's already here. So I was like, damn, you even called your Uber already? You
You were finishing up and she was calling the Uber. She was like, yeah, you bad. You bad. Yep, I'm right here. Man, you know Lyft won't come to your place. Yeah, she got Uber on speed dial, local. You know what, local? I think you got taken on that one, man. I mean, I don't think you...
I don't really want to be charged for that wait around fee.
You don't want the wait around fee. Yeah, she didn't want the wait around fee, man. She had to get up and get off and get going.
I put me on the list. All right, bro. I appreciate you.
I mean, picking up his sack live on the air. That's you know what? That's actually good. I like that, Gucci. That's fantastic. That's business right there.
Keeping it real.
That's keeping it real, Gucci.
Now,
All right, so you
we
guys.
gone. We gone.
All right, yeah, we gotta get out of there. Get out of there, Gucci. Get back home. Are you going back home now?
Huh?
Are you going back home now? After you got that?
Going back home. I'm gone, local.
All right, so the chick takes off. You go to sleep. You totally make it to work on time?
Local. I definitely made it to work on time.
I know. This guy never calls in. He always makes it to
Local,
fucking
come on,
work.
local. This is the one thing about Gucci. I'm not fucking party hard, but I work hard. You know what I mean?
You still slinging footlongs?
Oh, I'm slanging them 24/7, local.
This guy works almost 40 hours at a bank, and then he also works at a Subway sandwich shop right across from the bank. So
Free
this guy,
food on your days off, man.
literally, you're making some of the best, and this is like food porn straight up. This guy's sending me snaps of these sandwiches he's making himself on break. I'm like, what the fuck is that thing? I mean, Gucci, what are you? It's the butt ice. It's okay. Gucci, how are you liking slinging the footlongs, man? That's a 24-hour Subway, right?
Yeah, no. It's I close at 12, but local, I like it because I'm by myself. So, like, I don't have to figure out people fucking shit or like, you know, like, oh, dude, I'm like, look, I'm moving my own pace, slow store. As long as I get the shit done, you know, I'm good. My manager loves me, so like, we're good. You know what I mean? So, bro, I meet cool ass people too. I can be myself and stuff. I can be I can be Gucci. You know,
What about in the bank, man? In the bank, you still kind of Gucci. I mean, you just, you know, ain't talking about your dick and shit, you know? That's kind of like...
And I love to talk about my dick.
I know you love it. I get snaps of just this guy dancing and slinging footlongs at Subway. Like, I don't know why. And then I show my girl and she's like, fucking shit. I'm like, he's getting it at Subway. Is that while customers are in there, Gucci? Because that'd be really cool if you were dancing like that while they were in there, man.
Oh, local, I dance for a few because like I said, I get some cool customers where they'll come in and they'll just be like, oh, hey, and they're like, some of them are already buzzed up or whatever they are, you know? And
Hey,
then,
they got a drive-through at that Subway?
yeah, that's what fucking pisses me off.
Yeah, I'm like, that's what fucking pisses me off because he wears a headset in all these fucking videos. He's all fucking doing this shit with a fucking headset on. What's wrong with the drive-thru at the Subway, Gucci? Is it hard to take orders? Why the fuck would they have a drive-thru at a Subway? Wouldn't that be a bitch? You want tomatoes? Tomatoes. You want olives? Olives. You want... Is that what you got? Give me everything on there. Is that what you do? Salt, pepper, oil, vinegar, motherfucker?
You want honey mustard?
You want honey mustard?
I said everything, motherfucker.
Yeah, how's that work in the drive-thru, man? Do you just want to kill these people or what?
You want sauce or you a dry guy?
You know I love it saucy. I do. I love my sandwiches saucy. Ask her. Gucci, how many people like their sandwiches saucy as opposed to not saucy?
Also, if you're too dry, but you're getting some extra sauces on your shit. That's
You get that mad at the drive-thru people? It's like, and I put my balls in your sandwich. Here you go. Wait, what'd you say at first? It's like, man. All right, Gucci. Seriously though, what's going on a Saturday night, man? Lay it out for me. Are you gonna go out?
I don't want to go out tonight, but I'm probably gonna go out tonight.
You always say you don't want to go out, man, and then you end up going out. So you don't want to go out, but what are you really gonna end up doing? Are you gonna go see someone tonight?
Okay, we're gonna 100. So don't want to go out. I'm fucking tired from yesterday. But I'm probably gonna go to the nap. I'll wake up, and then my boy's gonna probably be like, "Come on, bro, like smell me."
That's
like,
what
"Nah,
happens,
bro,
though.
I'm tired."
You always say, I'm tired, and then they end up getting you to go out, and then you're taking off like at 12:30 in the morning to go out to some fucking club.
Yeah, and then next, you know, he's like, "Oh man, the old Mike, you know, not Mike, you know, the young Mike."
Oh, they start using the young Mike. Oh, you know the young Mike would have done it, and then they get you to go.
Now, what the fuck is the young Mike? Oh, the young Mike already would have pounded 3 beers.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? The old Mike's about to pound 6.
Well, may I remind you that when we went up to see him, when was that? The end of April? And this guy's like, right when we get there, he's like, "Want to go see Snoop Dogg?" Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. But he probably won't go on until like 3 o'clock. In the morning? And it wasn't a joke. It was like 3, was it 2:15? 2:15? 3? 2:15? And we walked out of there, we got back, we're eating food, it's like 4 or 5 in the morning already. And then I was like, you did not lie, man. The party did not get going until after 2 a.m.
I woke up at 8.
I woke up at 8 that morning, drove all the way to Nevada, and he's like, the first night you're here, we're gonna take it easy. We're gonna play some video games, the next night we'll go out. First night we get there, "You wanna see Snoop Dogg?" I'm like, well, yeah. All right, we'll leave here in a little bit. And it was like, drank all this beer, left at like, 11:30 at night. And then every club's free as long as you have a chick with you. Like they ain't gonna charge no lady, and then they ain't gonna charge no dude as long as you're walking in with the ladies. So we had to scout some girls to come in.
You gotta be on a certain list.
Is that how that worked? Because we went through this back entrance, and I was like, this doesn't make sense.
Back entrance.
The back entrance. And then we had to grab these 2 girls came with us, and then we were in like cleaner than Skeeter's Peter. Like we were in like nobody's business. It's that Bud Ice. It'll let you go anywhere in fucking Vegas, right? They're like, "Oh, this guy's legit. Let him in. Look what he's drinking."
I got 4 beds.
Yeah.
4 beds.
The extra ounce? Like, Gucci, all right, I gotta ask you, buddy. We gotta ask you where you're at on the challenge. Now, if I gotta remind everybody, we had a challenge out to Gucci last time to where when he was with the lady while having relations with her. Well, the first time was he had to say flapjacks. So he got a girl to say flapjacks. It was it was fantastic, actually. She said it like 3 times. By the 3rd time, she started to question what the fuck was going on. It was like, flapjacks. Flapjacks. And there was like, flapjacks? Like, what do you got me saying? Say it again. It's like, what do you got me saying? But then I wanted Gucci to say marmalade. And he's like,
Right then, boom, donkey punch.
he's like, there's no way a bitch is going to say marmalade. And I'm like, that's horrible. He's like, what if they say Kris DeVold? And I'm like, you think it's easier to get a girl that you're having your thing, lay down the Gucci's law with, to have her say Kris DeVold than say marmalade? I think it's. I
still can't even say that. So there's no way
is it because you can't say marmalade? He's like, I'm gonna get her to say the wrong thing and it won't count. So you want her to say, if you can, it's the end all be all. You get a chick to say Kris DeVold where you do. I've never had that happen. A couple people asked me if I thought it was weird. I do, but it's like a good weird. Like, O's back there laughing. Is it weird? I don't think I ever have, man. I don't think my buddies ever sent me audio of him doing a chick and making her say Kris DeVold. I've lived some things and done some things in my life and been around the world, but that's never happened to me.
It's like watching porn and the girl screaming your name.
It's like interactive porn, except you know the actor and you can tell him, all right, in the next scene, what I want to happen is, and make her say this, Kris DeVold. It won't mean anything now, but it'll mean the world to me. Action, like, fucking, this is where we're at.
Bud Ice.
You know what? You get Bud Ice in anyone, they're bound. I'll say some shit. You get some Bud Ice in me, man. That'll fucking take you to Chinatown. Now, Gucci, we're gonna be talking to you in 2 weeks. We're gonna do another segment. What happens in Vegas does not stay in Vegas with my man in Sin City Gucci, and hopefully, in the next 2 weeks you will fulfill this challenge. Because, fuck, dude, we gave you the fucking challenge, and then he was like, "We gotta do. I'm on next week." I was like, "Fuck, really? Like in less than 7 days, you gotta." Chick saying flapjacks. Now this one seems to be taking a while. I mean, you were with the chick last night. She wasn't saying Kris DeVold. That sounds even weird to tell him. But
Sometimes I just get fun.
That's the problem. You get too drunk. Well, at least you did what you had to do before you were too drunk. You knew what you had to do. Gucci, I bid you adieu. I wish you the fondest, and in the next 2 weeks, get in as much trouble as you can, and maybe, just maybe, on the next edition, a lady will have said Kris DeVold. Ladies and gentlemen, God, that's horrible. I really, you know, my mom watches sometimes. Sometimes you just gotta turn it off, Mom. What happens in Vegas does not stay in Vegas with my man in Sin City, Gucci! Fucking shit, Gucci. Bringing it every time. You know what? We need to go to commercial break, and I need some bomb-ass fucking music when we get back. How about this? Let's take a quick commercial break, because when we come back, the Hyperslugz perform live! CentralValleyTalk.com, Sex, Drugs, Kris DeVold. Slide the fucking knob. Well, my little nasties. Ever since the inception of this show, February 12, 2013, I vowed to bring you one live musical act a week, and this week is no different. CentralValleyTalk.com and Sex, Drugs, Kris DeVold, episode 260, are proud to bring to you the Hyperslugz! SexRallyTalk.com, sex, drugs, Kris DeVold, what the fuck you watching? Episode 260. What were you saying?
260 with a case of Mickey's.
Oh, take it. We'll take it, man, because I've been working all week. In case you didn't hear earlier, my slogan was episode 260. That's all I had all week. That's what I was working with. So this is way better what you came up with. Now, let's go ahead and talk about this. Give it up one more time for the live musical guest of the evening, the Hyperslugz. Who are the Hyperslugz? What are your names?
I'm Jen. I play the bass.
I'm Buddha. I'm the drummer.
I'm Felix. I'm the guitar and vocals.
Who thought of the name? How'd you guys come up with the name Hyperslugz?
Honestly, wasn't it?
I had like a list of all kinds of different names, and we're like, you know what? Just go for it. Like throw them in a hat and just pick out whatever comes out, man.
It's the most oxymoronic name ever.
The Hyperslugz with a Z, no less. That's how you know.
Don't forget the Z.
Don't forget that fucking part. How long you guys been together?
We just came up on our year in March.
Nice.
Yes.
That's what's up. Where can I find you everywhere? I'm on the internet. Where do I find you? Everywhere I can find you.
Facebook, Reverb Nation, Instagram, everything's Hyperslugz. YouTube.
Don't forget about that.
SoundCloud, Reverb Nation, something like that.
And they didn't say the in front of that, so you could tell they're actually young. They didn't say the in front of any of that. No.
The Hyperslugz.
The Hyperslugz on the YouTube. They're on the SoundCloud. Now, Hyperslugz, wait, who comes up with the music? Who writes? Who does the music? How does it come together? Is it music first, lyrics first? How do you guys do it when you put together a jam?
Typically just goes off of a jam. We'll come up with some chords.
We're like a jam band.
And then that's how you come up with a song?
know if you've ever heard
What's
that
the
term,
quickest,
jam
yeah,
band.
what's the quickest you guys have ever come up with a song beginning to end?
I think our first day of practice, we had like 3 songs.
Yeah.
That's absurd. I've hung out with people, I've hung out with you for months and me and you haven't come up with shit. And this is just burn each other's time, literally. But, and you guys are like, we got 3 jams. We were together for 3 hours and an hour jam. What do you want?
Then the next
Hyperslugz.
week we're like, let's go to an open mic night, guys.
Holy shit. And then you guys kind of rip it. What are the influences? What did you guys listen to coming up?
I am heavily influenced by Sublime, any 90s era.
I think 311, like
Yeah.
for all of us. Really.
Oh man,
Always
311's
seen the
great. I saw 311 one time in concert, and it was fucking insane. They were so good.
White people?
You know what? No. It was the early 2000s at the Fresno State Amphitheater, so there was a lot of diversity there. People thought they were, changing lives at the time. But 311 ripped it, man. I'll take that one. You know what? There's a lot of those bands are still on tour. We don't get them here in Fresno.
Actually 311 came to the Fresno Fair a couple years ago.
I know, but I'm saying, like, there's a lot where, we have to drive. I'm not saying it's the same type of band, but, there's a lot of, Power Man 5000, we had to take off and drive just a little. But they still tour. Like, there's some still touring bands out there, and I think that's one of them, too,
Yeah.
You could see them if you just time it right. Anybody ever have a rap phase in the group where they listen to rap?
I'm like this guy wearing a Thuggish Ruggish shirt.
Yeah, I know. Do you still listen to rap, or what did you used to listen to? What was it?
I was heavily influenced by Bone Thugs and Outkast and Wu-Tang.
Oh, man.
During the commercial break, you were talking about Rock the Bells. I was at that exact show.
Were you at that exact show?
I was at
Wasn't that the
exact-
shit?
It was the best show ever. Like, the best lineup.
I think, and here's what fucked up. I think Wu-Tang was on the same time as, Doom. MF Doom was on the other
that's
stage.
true, yeah.
And my buddy, we really love Doom, and my buddy's like, if we could just go see him in the Mask real quick.
He was there, man.
Yeah, and we were like, we'll turn around and then just go to Wu-Tang. And that's what happened. We fucking walked until we got enough into the crowd. I was like, oh shit. Big old Mask doing his thing. I was like, all right, let's turn around. Wu-Tang's on, dude. And I love both, but in the event of both, I'm choosing Wu. And ODB had just passed away.
That's right.
They brought out the big old fucking flag for ODB. Redman came out.
That's true.
I remember when fucking Public Enemy, Scott Ian from Anthrax fucking came out, and I was like, what is happening? We were getting all the cameos. That was a great show. It's always cool when you find out somebody else was the same show. That show is epic to me, man. Now, what are you guys up to? What if I want to see you guys? What if I'm like, you know what, it's cool seeing you, Sex Drugs, Kris DeVold. I want to see you guys fucking live. Where do I go? Do you guys have anything coming up?
We have actually a Battle of the Bands coming up.
A Battle of the Bands?
Yes.
Fuck yeah, when's this going down?
This is going down July 31st, August 7th.
Here, hold it up, get it right up there, and let's see if Michael can work some magic. Here, I'm gonna borrow this from you.
Go for it.
Talk about it. What is, there we go.
We're battling for the Gen X concert to open up for POD, Alien Ant Farm, Lit, and Buck Cherry.
Okay, stop it. Where's that concert?
It's
Wait a
gonna
minute.
It's gonna be
full
at full
circle as well,
circle.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. Let's back up here a couple seconds, guys. Because I'm pretty tapped in here. And you're telling me POD, Alien Ant Farm,
Yep.
Lit.
Yep.
I haven't seen Lit since the New Rock 104 birthday bash.
Right?
Way back in the
was
day.
at that show,
I was at that show too! With the Living End and Zebra Head and... that was the fucking show. Wait a minute. Who's putting this on? Is this Arcphonic?
No.
Yeah. No, not Art. I'm
Silva.
sorry, it's Art.
Is it Art Silva?
Yeah.
Fuck, man.
You're like, and I really wanted to go to it too.
No, man. Here's the. You know what? Can we just? You know what? I'm not even gonna eat into your interview time. I'm gonna. As much time as I spend on this topic, I'm gonna give it right back to you in your interview. Can I just say this right now, and we'll tag people in it, and maybe if you guys have an open line of communication with Art, you can let him know. Me and Art Silva don't have a problem with each other. We never have. I love everyone in this fucking town. As a matter of fact, Leather Serpent was one of my first musical guests, and then Art had me hosting a couple of shows for him. And then somewhere along the line, someone came up to me at a show, and they're like, it's a shame you and Art don't like each other. It's what you guys could do together. And I'm like, what? He doesn't like me? I love that guy. And then I bump into him and he's like, people act like we don't like each other. I don't understand. I'm like, I don't understand either. I'm like, we've never quarreled. We've never had beef. I've known him since the Blaze. I mean, he's a great guy. The times he did have me host shows, he was accommodating. He even had me host shows on a Friday night one time, and he's like, fuck it, do your show, and when you're done, come over to Fulton 55 and just take over. You'll be the host. I'm like, oh, you're willing to do that for me? So, I mean, now that I've said all that, because seriously, him and I don't talk. It's very weird. I would love to get in on that show. Are you kidding me? You guys need to be on that show.
Well,
It needs a touch of you guys. Bring it back up on the screen. You have all those bands, and you know the only vibe you're missing is a vibe like this. That's the only one you're missing from that whole lineup. That is fantastic.
Yeah,
You have all your 90s rock. You have a little new metal in there. I don't have my vibe in there. You guys would be the vibe. My sublimic fucking, that doesn't mean you'd have to. It doesn't mean you have to. But man, when they come on, it's like, just chill out a little bit. Everything's okay now, right? We can't say all that.
it's legal.
So, Hyperslugz, is this a hobby? Are you guys in other bands? I know everybody's got a Clark Kent. Everybody's got a Clark Kent day job, or I mean, unless not, you guys are killing it, and I wish we need to hang out more. But how far do you guys want to go with the Hyperslugz? Is it fuck around time? I mean, how do you guys feel about it?
No, I like it a lot. If we get picked up, that'd be nice. I mean, everything's an opportunity, so.
I could see these guys killing it like I'm at Harry's at Pismo all of a sudden. I'm like, no shit, the Hyperslugz? I know those guys! Babe, come on, the Hyperslugz are there tonight. Like, that'd be a reason to go.
Chris, can you please cash my check and so I can go?
Right? It's like, what the fuck, man? That's what we need. You know what? We're not going to stop till that one happens. Now, Hyperslugz, here's the problem. A lot of people come on the show and they're like, fuck, this guy talks a lot. And then you're driving home and he's like, he threw us off. We didn't even bring up half the shit we wanted to. He didn't even ask us the things we thought we were going to get asked. So I've learned a little lesson over, 5 years, 260 episodes. For the next 60 seconds, I'm just going to shut up. I'm not going to say anything, all right? And plus, an internet television hour is hard to fill, man. It's a little harder than it seems. I'll hit the stopwatch here. You guys talk about anything you want, because for the next 60 seconds, it's no longer going to be sex, drugs, and Kris DeVold. Oh, no, no, no. It's going to be sex, drugs, and the Hyperslugz!
All right, guys, so we are the Hyperslugz. Check us out on every social media link you can find. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, SoundCloud, Reverb Nation. Our contact info is on there if you want to book us for anything. We are pretty open. We'll travel pretty far. Just let us know in advance because we all kind of have day jobs. Boo.
Seriously.
So we are very friendly as far as the 420 goes. Alcohol, whatever. So
I want to hear the crowd. There's a crowd here, people. There's a crowd. I want to hear the crowd.
I think this
See,
is
we
the
didn't imagine that.
No. There's people here listening to us. I think this is actually the most people that have ever cheered for us at a show at one time. Except, no, Bakersfield was pretty big. Props to that. But Pete the Diehard, if you throw any shows, think about us.
Yeah. Thank you,
We
Kris
love
DeVold.
it. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, everybody.
Sex, drugs, and the Hyperslugz! Proving once again that an internet television minute feels like an eternity, isn't it right, man? That was like 60 seconds. That was at least
Especially with Cottonmouth.
3 minutes for everyone. This is again why I say guys feel like God's in the bedroom. I'm like, killed it! 3 fucking minutes, DeVold. It was an eternity! Like 60 fucking seconds, not very long. So how about this? Man, when is that Battle of the Bands going down?
There's a couple different dates. We're on
It's
the last
weird.
installment.
It's weird that a band come on and sell me on a show just by telling me the show. And now I'm ready to go to this show. Hyperslugz just sold me on this fucking show. So let's go check out the fucking Hyperslugz. Don't forget you can find all the links on the Sex Drugs. Oh, the butt eyes. Sex Drugs Kris DeVold Facebook page. You're going to find links to the Hyperslugz. You're going to find links to Diehards and Sons. You're going to find links to Revolver. You'll even find links to Full Circle Brewing Company where the show's going down tomorrow night. You will find it all on the Sex Drugs Kris DeVold Facebook page. Quickly approaching 1,500 fucking likes. Let's go ahead and get that done. Can we just get that out of the fucking way? And then, do you want to know who the live musical guest is next week? Yes. You know what? Normally I'd say, fuck you, you lazy stoners, go like the Facebook page. But I'm going to tell you, it's Dr. Ink. And anybody that knows the show, Dr. Ink is a great time. He's one of the best rappers here in town. He's part of the whole like MC Wicks and Dr. Ink and all those guys. Dr. Ink's gonna come on. Now Dr. Ink, he likes to fill in. Dr. Ink likes to come in when people cancel. That's his thing. Someone cancels, call me. I live in Tower, let's fucking do it. But when he schedules, I'm like, oh, Like, I'm almost afraid. Like, I'm like, this is the guy. Yeah, this is the guy I call, like, when I'm like, hey, man, someone canceled, do the one live musical act a week. I ain't trying to break a motherfucking streak. Come on. And this time he's like, I wanna book a date. I'm like, what is that? Well, the large, you're rich. You got money.
Hey, if he's great last minute, he's gonna be even better with
I'm like, are you kidding me? So we got Dr. Ink coming at you. And then don't forget all the local bands, all the rappers, even if you're far away. People have traveled up to 6 hours to come perform live on Sex, Drugs, Kris DeVold. Hey, don't ask me why, but hey, we have a good time here. So if they want to travel that long, booking for September, October, and November now. That's very odd to say. We're already looking ahead at the fucking holidays. So don't forget to like the Hyperslugz Facebook page. Get that shit done. And then you guys said you're going to be on the last night of that Battle of the Bands?
Yes, the night before the final.
Okay, so my question is if someone just goes and likes your Facebook page, good chance they're going to be able to stay on top of all of that shit.
Yes.
What are you doing? Go like it. Before we start off, you know what I'm doing? I'm not liking and unliking your page. But this is an example. You've already liked their page like 32 times. Don't waste time. Sex, Drugs, Kris DeVold, SexRallyTalk.com, episode 260.
With a case of Mickey's.
Fucking shit. Slide that fucking knob, Michael. We did it again. All right, don't move, guys. Let's just take
CentralValleyTalk.com